It is day 14 of Vlogmas. Okay, so since I have the baby here today, there's nothing else to do except chores, which there's always chores, there's always stuff to do in here. Whether I choose to do it or not is another thing. But I choose to do it today because I realized that there's this what is it called? I don't know what to call it, but there's this saying that it's like if your room's a mess or where you live is a mess, it reflects your mind. And quite honestly, I don't doubt it because my room is always a mess. And my brain is always like scrambled. So I'm gonna clean, try to organize, do my best to pick up. Even though the kids always, put stuff where I'm supposed to and all that stuff. So I'm already messy as it is. And then adding 2 kids on top of it. It does a lot more. So I'm gonna start cleaning while watching videos and watching the baby. So I try to block out this outlet. He doesn't fail to get through. I don't know why he always runs to that outlet. This is the only safety hazard when I leave him around here. No! Why are you doing that? No! Ah! Go, turn around. Try something else. There. Hopefully that doesn't fall on him. He loves this toy because it jingles, but it's dangerous because the little balls fall off, so I put it up there. Oh, you see? I put it up there so he could get entertained some other way. And he broke it and he's crying trying to get it. Uh-oh. You okay? Look. I got one. You don't have to do that. Let's go eat. Maybe you're hungry. You want to go eat? Okay. Adeline is finally back from school, so we're going to do some things while she's here.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the black. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness. Peanut butter. First you get the butter and you spread it. Then you get the jelly and you spread it. Peanut butter. Huh? Plato. Yeah, give me 1 minute.
Cucharas.
Huh?
Cucharas.
No, let's go. So I'm going to give you guys a quick recap of today. I went to drop off Adeline at daycare and then we came back with Theo. We played for a while I made him food. Then we went to go drop off some packages, pick up Adeline, and today we had a makeup class for gymnastics. So we went to gymnastics for about half an hour or so. We don't usually go today, but we did, and then we got the other classes that we didn't get to go to. We should be going again soon. I don't know, at this point the kids are sleeping already. Sometimes I think it's so funny how life works. It's just, and I didn't, okay, because when I was younger, like, I didn't notice things like this happening anywhere around me. But, like, now I guess I'm, like, more self-aware of when things happen. Or maybe it didn't happen when I was younger, but right now in life, sometimes I, like, do stuff or say something, and then either it happens not too long after, or the complete opposite happens, or something along those lines. Like, yeah, I don't know if anybody can relate, but it's something I never noticed until recently. When I started getting sober, because my head, if you guys don't know, well, I'm going to tell you guys now, because it's not that big of a secret. It's just a part of my life that I went through, and I continue to go through, because let me just tell you guys. So when I was in high school, probably junior or senior year, I want to say, maybe even sophomore year, but I don't think so. I think it was junior year is when I first had my first drink of alcohol and my first high. And I only, like, put quotation marks around high because I didn't even inhale it, so I didn't really get high. It was just, like, the thought of doing it, I guess. So, oh my god, I have a whole nother story, but that's not for today. So that's some crazy stuff. That is some crazy stuff. So so yeah, I must have been, like, in junior year. That's when I first tried any substance, which I do not recommend. I'm telling you now. I feel like some people think that they can handle it when they can't, and that happens to a lot of kids. If you want to try something, I would recommend when you're, like, out of high school, when you're older, when you have, like, more stable head, you're not going through hormones, you're not going through heavy periods, heavy emotions and stuff like that. So pretty much at that time, my ex-boyfriend and I, we were just, like, always fighting. Like, it hurt really bad. Like, I've never felt a feeling like this before. And even till this day, like, I have never in my life have gotten happy. I've never felt so in love. I've never felt so angry. I've never felt so sad. Like, all these different emotions, they were times 10 for me when I was in that relationship. So I remember that relationship very fondly, even if it wasn't the best. But so since I had those crazy emotions, like, just intensified, I was feeling really, really sad one day. I think we might have broken up at that time, and the only escape that I could possibly feel that I had to run to was doing drugs or getting a hold of a substance, because I felt that bad. And I just remember people saying, like, oh, it numbs you, and I'm just like, I want to be numb too, like, and it doesn't, it really doesn't. So I guess that was my only outlet, I felt. So I ran to substances, which was not a good idea. So then once we really, really broke up, I started hanging out with, like, a different crowd, which didn't really get along with the girls there or anything, but we I guess had something in common. We just wanted to numb things. And then there was this other guy, he's never tried it. Like, we weren't really into that stuff, but eventually we started getting into it because it made things funner. It was just, everything was just funnier, and everything was just more intense, like the adrenaline was up, stuff like that. So after high school, I started getting into stuff like that too. I don't know where I was going with this, but I have a lot of cool stories that I remember from that time. Oh, I think it was because I finally, now that I'm off like substances, like completely, I never really drank coffee, but also I read on a psychology book that coffee is a drug. And I'm not going to show it to you guys right now because I don't know where that book is. I know it's somewhere here in my house, but anyway, I've never really been one to drink coffee either, except maybe in high school. I used to drink one every day, but that's the only time. Anyway, what I was trying to get at is that my brain was always cloudy, like when I was on drugs or substances. It was just like, I just had, I would say tunnel vision, where it's just like, just one path. Like there's nothing around you. It's just like one path. So pretty much when I became sober, I noticed that I started remembering things more. I noticed that I started to be able to separate myself from situations that I was in mentally, where I was able to, you know, be somewhere, but also be in my head at the same time. Like I don't know how to explain it really. That's the best I can explain it as. And if you feel that way, then you can relate, right? But yeah, pretty much at the end of the day, it just made me like, it wasn't the best, especially if you're doing it often. I feel like for me personally, every so often would be okay. I just seriously have not gotten the chance to do any of that stuff. And if I have, I've decided to just say no. Like it doesn't like, I don't want to say it doesn't like tempt me, because it has, especially in the beginning where I was like, oh my god, I need to, but then I remember like I have 2 kids now, and it's just, it shouldn't be one of my main priorities in life. It should just be like my kids, because I worry that if I try something like that I won't be able to go back, which in my deeply I'm sure that I won't go back, but it's like sometimes I don't even want to try. So my point of this story was, lately I've been getting like, I don't know, a different way of thinking, which is very beautiful compared to the thoughts that I had before. Like it's not much anger, it's not much sadness. It's just like every so often it gets sad, but it's like if I don't, like, I don't know, I feel like it's necessary to get sad so you can feel that high again, because I had been feeling that happy high for a very, very long time already, and unfortunately lately it hasn't been feeling, you know, that high. It's just been like in the middle, but I want to get it up there again. I need to find ways to make that happen naturally. So yeah, I mean, life's been chilling. We've been chilling. I think once you reach different milestones, I think that's another way to feel that happiness again. So I'm going to try to reach different milestones and set goals and stuff like that, and work harder to get the dream life that I want. Which I have many dreams. I have many that I want to reach. I just need to sit down and prioritize, and I need to evaluate and see what paths I want to go through. Okay, so we're gonna go to sleep now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.